Hello there, my friends. I'm going to take you in right now. I'm going to share my screen. I'm really excited to watch this with you. This was on Jafra Conference, and it is all about prospecting. So enjoy. Again, I'm going to share my screen. So here we go. Share screen. Okay, about to start our video. So here we go. Watch now, the new prospecting.
Thank you so much, Maya. You got everyone on their knees to exponentially grow their business online through training, private coaching, and social media management. So let's welcome Melanie Moore.
Hey everybody,
Hi, Melanie.
thank you so
How
much
are
for
you? We're
inviting me.
so excited to have you here in our national conference.
Thank you. Thank you.
How do you feel? Where are you connecting from? Are you in Ohio, right?
I'm from Ohio, so we're Eastern time, so it's almost bedtime.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for being with us, Melanie. And again, I know that you have a lot to share. We have a lot to learn. So please take it away, Melanie.
Wonderful. Thanks so much for having me here today, guys. I'm so excited and happy 65th anniversary. Today's workshop is really going to be about prospecting for new leads, following up with your current existing customers to kind of get a better relationship with them, and then also how to use social media to promote your business. This is a training chock full of great information and a lot of actionables that you could literally get off the conference tonight, and you could go and do these things in your business and on social media right away. So grab your notebook. I have tons of notes for you to take. What we're going to start with is the customer service mindset. And so the customer service mindset is where you say, the customer is first. Everything I do is focused on what the customer needs, what the customer wants, what is best for her, what's best for her family, not necessarily the sale first. And this is all about building relationships. So the first thing, let's talk about building relationships online. We're going to dive deeper on the Facebook business page and the Facebook customer group here in a second, but let's hang on to that. But also, email is another great way that you can build relationships online. So my question to you is, do you have an email list of your current customer base? Are you creating an email list? When you're getting those leads at events like vendor events or at prospecting things or at networking events, where are you putting those email addresses? Where are you putting that information? You need an email list. If you don't already have one, I highly encourage you to start one, because even though I'm a social media trainer, I will tell you all of your business eggs cannot be all social media. And especially you can't build an entire business sustainably on Facebook, because what happens if something happens to Facebook? What happens if they decide to throw you in Facebook jail just because it's a Wednesday? Sometimes they just make up their own rules and you end up in Facebook jail and you don't even know why. Facebook jail can last anywhere from 24 hours, 7 days to 30 days. And I know people who've had their entire account shut down and still don't know why. But what would happen to your business if everything you did for your business was on Facebook and all of a sudden one day you didn't have access to Facebook? What would happen to your business? It would be terrible, but if you had an email list, you would still be able to have that contact with your customer base. So make sure that you're building an email list so you do have your eggs in a different basket besides social media. And an email list can be done just by grabbing those emails using an email service provider like MailChimp or Constant Contact or any of those. A lot of them have free programs that you can check out. And an email list doesn't have to be something that you are emailing every other day. Like normally about twice a month is a really good, healthy email strategy for direct sellers. Just twice a month that you're touching base with them. It's a different contact point besides social media. And it's really great for your business because they also know they can come and find you inside their email. The other way to build relationships online is through Messenger. So like Facebook Messenger is one of the most popular ones of all because it is instant communication with people. Most of them have Messenger on their phone, so it comes to their phone. Messenger and text messaging, which I'm going to talk about in a second, they're both multi-generational friendly, meaning that every generation has a smartphone in their pocket or purse now, pretty much. So it is multi-generational friendly, where the centennial rapidly answers messages on Messenger and text messaging, but then so does the baby boomer and the upper generations. They all know how to use the phone now for the most part. And 68% of consumers said that they prefer to contact a brand via Messenger or private messaging versus calling the company or calling you. So 68% of people would rather start a conversation with you through a message. So I think that says a lot about communication and relationship building. If that's where 68% of consumers want to be, is inside your message box, then that's a place that we need to be and actively building business. And then the last one is building relationships online. It's kind of not online, but it sort of is techie. So I put it as text messaging. And here's one of the coolest stats about text messaging. 93% of text messages are opened in the first 3 minutes. 93% of texts are open within the first 3 minutes. In fact, most people these days tend to prefer text messaging as a way of communicating, even with their own family members. I know I do it with my girls. I do it with my husband. We text message each other because it's fast, it's instantaneous, and people can carry on multiple text message conversations at the same time, and everybody knows what's happening. Like, you can carry on multiple conversations and not get confused, even though they're just separate people. So that is a big plus for text messaging when it comes to building relationships. So your customers, your clients, your hosts, things like that, text messaging, great way to communicate with them. So now let's talk about building relationships with your customers offline. There are great ways to do this too. Building relationships, building sustainable relationships is what's going to help skyrocket your business to the next level. So phone. Now, it's crazy, but this right here, this thing that you have probably sitting next to you, you might even be on it right now, it actually calls people. Like, it dials people and they pick up on the other end sometimes. They pick up on the other end and you can actually talk to them on your phone. We never use our phone anymore for phone calls, but you guys, you totally can. And phone calls, live phone calls are great, especially for people who love to talk on the phone. There are plenty of people who prefer to talk on the phone. I have a couple of clients that prefer to physically talk with me versus text message. But what's great about that is, even if you're texting your host or you're texting your customer, if it's something that's going to take a lot of text or a lot of back and forth messages on Facebook, sometimes it's easier to just say, hey, do you want to hop on the phone real quick and we can knock this out? And then you're done in like 3 minutes or 4 minutes of talking to her on the phone versus 25 minutes or an hour of texting back and forth, right? So building relationships offline through your phone, great way to communicate. The other things that you can do to build relationships offline is vendor events. So right now, vendor events have started to open back up. I know a lot of people are back doing vendor events. That's a great way to generate new leads, but it's also a great way to generate face-to-face relationships with people, with new people to your business. Because when they meet you face-to-face and they remember your face, and so when you're communicating with them later on through some of those online strategies, they're like, yes, I remember her from the blah, blah, blah church festival or something. Another way that you can build relationships is through strategic partnerships local to you. Like, who do you know in your town, in your city, who owns a business? And how can the two of you partner together? That's called strategic partnerships. And those are very beneficial for your business. It gets you in front of new people. But again, it's that face-to-face. It's the face-to-face with that other business owner. It's the face-to-face with the people that you're meeting through that business. And then lastly in there is networking groups. So I know networking groups kind of took a hiatus for the last, year and a half or whatever. But a lot of the ones that I'm in have come back full circle. They are having meetings again. And networking groups are a great way that you can, again, build that in-person relationship with people, get to know them, let them see your face, you see their face, you're looking eye to eye with them, Great way to build relationships. I'm not gonna lie, building relationships online can be difficult for some people, but they're masters of the face-to-face. So the more that you can do whatever is your natural ability. So if you are a natural face-to-face person, then do as much of that as you can in your business as possible. If you're not a face-to-face person and you are dynamic online, then do the online. But either way, whatever direction you go, there's gonna be a common theme in this training today, and that is make friends, make money. The more friends you make in this business and with your business, the more money you make. So it's not just trying to tick off getting X number of customers or clients. It is making friends, building relationships with those people is where you're going to see the dollar signs in the end. And plus a bunch of brand new friends to you. All right, so now let's go ahead and dive over into social media and how do you promote your business and how do you build relationships on social media. So these are some of the things I was saying have a very actionable approach to them. So let's start with your Facebook business page. So if you don't already have a Facebook business page, highly encourage you to get one because it's Facebook's best practices. They want you doing business on and through your business page, and you can look up their policies and procedures on that. But they want you to have a Facebook business page, and that's the place that you do business on and through, like using that business page identity. Here's what's awesome about the Facebook business page is that it's public, first off, which means everyone can see it. So even if someone you know doesn't have Facebook at all, you can send them a link to a video or send them a link to a photo album or send them a link to a post that you did. And even if they don't have a Facebook account, they can click on that link and still see exactly what you posted because it's public. They don't have to have a Facebook account to see it, which means you don't have to double up all the work that you're doing for your clients and customers who don't have Facebook. You can send them that content that sends them to Facebook. They can still access it even without an account. I love that because there are plenty of people out there that are anti-Facebook, anti-social media. We don't want to say, well, then you don't get the information because you're not on there, because that's just crazy, right? So we want to make sure that they can access that information. But again, it doesn't have to create extra work for you. I want you to think of your Facebook business page as basically front-facing. It's the front of your house. It is your front yard. It has all that curb appeal to it, and people driving by your house can see the front of your house. That's literally what your Facebook business page is. It's that front yard, front of your house that everyone can see. Or you can imagine it as like the big blue ocean, like out in front of your house. And so when you're prospecting for new customers, you're fishing in this huge, vast blue ocean that's totally public that everyone is out there. When you are posting on your Facebook business page, it's very important that you don't come across as a company robot because robots don't build relationships. So we don't want to come across as a company robot. We want to make sure that we are infusing some of ourselves into our Facebook business page. And so when you're posting, the idea is something called the 80-20 rule. And that is 80% of your content should be parallel content to the business. So 20% of the time, you're going to post about the business. So that is product posts, buy from me, book from me, join my team things. That is all the 20%. The other 80% are things that support that. So maybe it is tutorial videos. Maybe it's information about how great drinking water is for your skin. Or it's some of that parallel content that goes along with the business, but it's not saying buy from me, book from me, or join my team. Great types of 80% content are things that educate, entertain, empower, or engage. And I'll say them again. Educate, so you're teaching them something else. Entertain means usually it's something kind of fun or funny. Empower, those are your motivational quotes or those really empowering kind of things that you can post. And engage are questions, things that you can post that people answer back on. They have a call to action on them. And people like to engage back. Engagement posts are similar to like, do you like Coke or Pepsi? But you don't ever post that. You never post, do you like Coke or Pepsi? You never post, do you want white Christmas lights or colored Christmas lights? Because that has nothing whatsoever to do with your business. So your engagement posts should be kind of similar and parallel to your business, but at the same time, they can be some of the fun questions like, do you like this color or that color of a particular product? You can do that, and that makes sense to post that as an engagement post. So again, educate, entertain, empower, and engage. It's also important on your Facebook business page that when you're talking about products, that you're talking about how this product is a solution to something, to a problem or to something they have in their family, or how it can better their family. So you sell the solution, not sell the product. The truth is, at the end of the day, people don't really care about all of the particulars of a certain product. What they care about is the benefit of the product to me and the benefit of the product to my family. How will this help me? How will this help my family? And the more you can tell that story on your Facebook business page, the better responses you're going to get. So instead of just throwing up a picture of a product that's on sale, saying, hey, this is on sale, and like it has like the ingredients and that kind of stuff listed on it, instead of doing that, it would be better for your business to tell the story of why someone would need this product, who this product would be a great fit for, how it provides a solution for something, again, in their family or for themselves or for someone they know. That's a much better use of content than just throwing up a sales image, a much better use of content. Also on your Facebook business page is one of my favorite tools on all of Facebook, and that is Facebook Live video. I know we hate to go live. I know. Some of you are like, I love live, but most of you just cringed, and you may have even put your pencils down, and now you're picking up your phone to look at something else because you're like, I don't want to talk about Facebook Live. I get it. I totally get it. But at the end of the day, when you ask people why do you don't want to do Facebook Live, they'll say things like, oh, I don't want, people to see me. I don't want to be on camera. I don't want people to see what I look like. And the truth is, that's what you look like. And that's what we see every day as your family and friends when we see you. Like, that's what you look like. So the only person actually judging you on that camera is you. You are the one doing it. It's a mindset thing to do Facebook Live. And so just jump on there, rip the Band-Aid off, jump on there and try it. One of the easy ways to kind of wade into a Facebook Live is to do something like a kit unboxing. So you have a starter kit from the company. You can set your camera, with your phone in one of the phone holders that like holds it over like this, and it can record what you're doing, and you voice over it like you're talking, but it's recording your hands and it's recording what you're pulling out of the box. So a kit unboxing would be an amazing video to put on your Facebook business page because it shows all the awesome stuff that comes in the kit. I know there's pictures of the kit from the company. I know there is, but it is so much more powerful to do that live and physically pull the products out and show people the products and talk about the products like you would in a demo. It's so much more effective to recruit people in that way because they can actually see it. And you can tell them, the only thing you need besides what comes in this starter kit is Wi-Fi for your phone or your computer. Like all you need is internet. Everything else is provided to you. And then once you make that video one time on your business page, remember it's public because it's housed on the business page. Now you can share that kit unboxing video over to your customer group. You can share it to any online parties that you're doing, any type of virtual parties. You can share it to someone that you're talking about with the business. You can send the video to her. You could send it to an opportunity group. If you have opportunity events, you could send it into there. You can put it in your email and send it out to your email list because anybody, again, if they have Facebook or not, they can click on that link and still see that unboxing video. So how cool is that? So you can do kit unboxings. I highly encourage you to do order unboxings. Every time you get an order from Jafra, you grab your phone and you unbox it live on camera because it's fun. And it's fun to see what the company sends. And it's fun to see new packaging. It's fun to see new products. And it's fun to even get reorder products for yourself so you can talk about them. But it's real life. Like you're cutting open that box and you're pulling out the stuff and you're talking to them live on camera as you are experiencing the unboxing yourself. Great way to do it. You have to open the box anyway. why not record it, right? And use it. And again, it's on the business page, so you can share that out. Share those videos. That's the great thing about the business page. The other great thing about your Facebook Lives is the editing tools that Facebook provides for you totally free. So once you've completed your video and you click, the video's over, you can click on the video. It will expand it out into what's called theater view. And then there's the 3 little dots in the upper right-hand corner, and it's called an ellipsis. So you click on that and pull it down to edit video. And inside of edit video, this is every single business page, every single video. This is a free tool from Facebook. You click edit video. The first thing you can do is change your thumbnail. The thumbnail is the little free screen that shows up on your page for the video, where people can click on it and play it. And it never fails. The thumbnail is usually you with your mouth gaping open, or your eyes are closed, or something awful. It's like the little gremlins inside of Facebook go, oh, that's the worst one. Let's use that one, right? But you can change it. And that's what's so cool about editing your thumbnail, is you can go into the edit. You can choose one of 10 thumbnails that is there that they have chosen, like as free screens. So you can choose any of those. So look for ones with your eyes open, mouth closed. Maybe you're smiling. Use one of those. Or if you don't like any of them that they have chosen as options, you can move the little lever up and down your video and find a spot where your eyes are open and you're smiling. And you can set that as your thumbnail. So that's actually the free screen on your Facebook business page for that video will be the one that you chose. The other amazing thing about Facebook Live video is in that same section, there's a spot where you can click close captioning, where you can add closed captioning. And what that is the words across the bottom of your video. Tends to show up on mobile the fastest. Sometimes it will show up on a little bit later on desktop video, but it'll show up on mobile video like that, like so fast. And Facebook does it for free. It translates what you're saying, and it puts the words across the bottom of the screen. Now, if you are totally like a hyper perfectionist, then you might want to go in and edit some of that, because it's Facebook, and so it doesn't always hear you clearly. And I'm a pretty fast talker and with a Midwestern accent, so sometimes it doesn't quite get what I said, right? But for me, if I'm making a 10 or 20 minute video, I don't want to go in and edit all of that stuff. And people are very forgiving of closed captioning anyway. So if it gets the general gist across, that's great. In fact, over 80% of people watch video on silent. So adding that closed captioning across the bottom helps them to watch your video and still be able to know what's going on in it, even though they can't hear you. Again, those tools totally free to every single person who uses Facebook Live on their business page. So now let's dive into your customer group. So the customer group, the 80-20 rule applies there also. So it's 80% content, parallel content, 20% buy from me, book from me, join my team. You don't want to look like a company robot that all you do is spew business information all day long. Because if you're going to do that, why am I even in your group? I'll just go follow the company's business page. If that's what you're doing, if you're doing the same thing, then why would I be in your group? So I'm looking in your group for different kinds of content. I'm looking for support content. I'm looking for education, looking to learn new things, and to hear about products that you like and that other customers like too. That's what I want there. So remember how I said your Facebook business page is that front-facing front yard on social media for your business. The customer group is the exact opposite. It is your backyard. It is a backyard picnic where you're hanging out with your friends in the community, and you're playing cornhole, and you're playing volleyball or horseshoes, and you're eating food, and you're hanging out with all your best friends. That's the backyard. That's your customer group. That is your tribe, your community that you're building relationships in. This is where the relationships happen. It's inside that backyard community. Also, remember how I said your front yard is kind of like the big blue ocean, and so you're prospecting and fishing in the big blue ocean. The backyard is a fully stocked pond, an actual pond full of your ideal customers who already know, like, and trust you because they joined your community. How much easier is it to fish in a fully stocked backyard pond with people who already know and love the business, right? So we want to get as many people into that community as possible. So making sure that you're welcoming new members when they join. There's a little, if you go to your members section on, like actually click members on your group, there's a thing over to the right side. It says welcome new members. And you click the button and it'll say like you added 26 new members this week or this month. I can click on it and it will automatically import those 26 people's names and tag them into a post. I can edit the post message at the top. I can add a a welcome image to that post and hit post, and it automatically tags all of those people and says, welcome to my group. And so then they get a notification that they were tagged in Melanie's whatever group, and they come to see what the post was that they got tagged in. And then they always comment below, thank you so much, I'm so excited to be here, which is a comment which helps you in the algorithm because now you're getting comments on posts that you're making in your group. It is a thumbs up. Plus, it's being a good human. It's like welcoming people when they enter your house. You wouldn't just open the front door and walk away, right? You would invite them in and you would welcome them and say, hey, let me take your coat. Same kind of thing in your customer group. We're not just letting people into the group and never speaking to them. We want to make sure that we're welcoming them. Be sure you're introducing yourself regularly in there. Just because it's your group doesn't mean that everybody in there has any idea who you are. So every time you go live, make sure you introduce yourself and make sure that every month or so, I usually try to get my clients to do at the beginning of the month, like a, hey, this is me kind of post. And it's usually a picture of them and their family or something. And it just says, welcome to my community. If we haven't met yet, my name is so-and-so. This is my beautiful family, blah, 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 blah. And usually do it around the beginning of the month, each month, because you're adding new people all the time. And so this way we want to make sure that they know who you are and that they know exactly what the group is about. So introduce yourself regularly. Also in there, important to do is celebrate your successes. If you just got named the top seller on your team, then you tell them in that group that you are the top seller of that team. If you are maybe like the top recruiter in your organization, then you would tell them, hey, I just got the top recruiter award in my organization or whatever. Here's the thing. You might think of it as bragging and you're like, oh, I'm so humble. I don't want to come across that way to my community. But you guys, people want to do business with successful people. They want to do business with people who are actively building a strong business. I don't want to give my money to somebody who shows up in their business once every 6 months or so. I don't want to do that. That's not comfortable for me. It's not comfortable for other people either. They want to do business with good consultants, with people who are really working it. And how do they know you're really working it? Because you are winning awards, because you were named whatever with the company. The conference awards that are happening, if you get conference awards, you need to scream it from the rooftops in your Facebook group. If that's hard for you, then make your post a very humble post that says, I was named in the top 25 in the company. I am so thankful for you, my amazing customers, that helped me get to this. And so you're acknowledging your customers because you couldn't have gotten there without them, right? You're acknowledging them, but you're also saying, look at me. I am an awesome consultant and you are so lucky to be in my Facebook group. And as a consumer, as a customer, as a person in your community, when I see things like that, it makes me excited to know that my consultant just got named top 25 in the company. That is an awesome place for a customer to be. So don't be afraid to shout out your successes. Share exclusive information in there. It's kind of like a sneak peek group where you can kind of talk about some cool things that you're learning at conference, if you're allowed to. I don't know what you're allowed to say and not allowed to say, but if you're allowed to, some cool conference happenings or whatever, you would post those in the customer group versus in the business page that's public. And so it kind of makes them feel like they're part of this exclusive community. Feature client testimonials as often as you can. Client testimonials are amazing for selling product because you're going to say, every week, I love this product. This product's on sale. I love this product. I love this product. I love this product. Oh my gosh, I love this product. And your customer is like, of course you do. That's why you sell it. You love the product. But when you can get a customer to share a testimonial of something that she's used or something that she loves or something that she's, has her daughter using or something, if you can get those customer testimonials, you will sell even more of that product because their fellow people are doing the reviews for you, giving testimonials on those products. So think about when you go shopping on Amazon or, pretty much any site right now. One of the first things you do before you make a major purchase is you go down to the reviews, don't you? And you want to know what people have to say about that particular product. If it's clothing, like, does it fit small, true to size, those kind of things. But even on Amazon, anytime I'm buying anything now, I will look and see, what do people say about it? How many stars does it have? Like, what are the customer testimonials on this? Your customers are the exact same way. The more customer testimonials you can get in there about product, the more product you can sell. And they start to rely on each other. And that's all part of that whole relationship building. It becomes a true community of support. If you're someone who has a Facebook customer group and you're like, it's crickets in there, no one ever talks to me, my customer group is dead, here's something that could help you revive that. And that is start asking questions and start using the polls feature on your Facebook group. Facebook is a very jealous platform and they love when you use their tools. So posting a poll, P-O-L-L, poll, where you ask a question and you give people the opportunity to click a button like, I want this, or, what would you like to see in the customer group for the month of August? Would you like to see blah, 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 blah? And they kind of hit the radio button of which thing that they want to see. It's audience participation. And I don't know if you've noticed, but people on Facebook, super opinionated about what they want. So if you give them the opportunity in a safe way to say, I want this, and have them click on it, they will participate in that. The other thing is asking questions. So a lot of times when people say that their group is crickets and I go in and do an audit of their group, it's because they are just a fire hose of information, like sharing information, and never asking any questions. So my first piece of advice for them is to say, hey, go in and add a question to every single post that you do. There should be some type of question attached to it. So before a post leaves your fingers, you find a question that you can ask that they can respond to. Because if you don't ask a question, then there's no reason for them to respond because you didn't ask them anything anyway. So even the crickets in your group, people are seeing your content, but you're not pulling them in and engaging them by asking them questions. You're literally at the front of the room like a professor, just throwing information at them. And they're like, I got it. But you're not asking them to respond. So by asking them to respond, you will start to see more responses in your Facebook group. Comment. If someone makes a comment in anywhere on social media for you, part of relationship building is answering them back. So if you ask a question and they answer you and you don't comment back on it, the conversation's dead, right? So if we were face to face and I asked you a question and you responded to me and I just walked away, how rude is that, right? That would never happen. You would never do that in real life. Your teenagers might, but you would never do that in real life, right? So the conversation is the same online. If you ask a question and someone responds to it with a comment, you must, 150%, you must go back in and you comment back on her comment. So whether it is a true comment back where you're answering a question or something that she had said, or you're just engaging with her, if you can't think of something, then you can do an emoji or do a GIF or something. So it shows and acknowledges that I saw your comment and I'm acknowledging that and I'm answering you back. At the very least, you put some type of comment on every single comment that you get. Now, Facebook algorithm-wise, this is great because it's a relationship builder. So it is, you asked a question, she responded, that's comment 1. And then you turn around and comment back, that's comment 2. When she goes, she'll get a notification that you commented back on her comment. And so your thread of, let's say, 10 comments by people, and you answered each one of them, turns into 20 comments in the algorithm. If half of them answer you back, the answer that you did, that's 25 comments in the algorithm on one single post. Just because you were being a good human and commenting back when people talk to you. That's how you have a conversation. And that's how you build community. And that's how you build relationship. And that's how you can promote your business. Show up every day. So you're a business. The IRS says so. You're a business. So you can't run a business if you only show up twice a month. Like, you have to be in your business every day. Like, every day on social media. You have a computer in your pocket. You can do it from the app. You can work your business out of your back pocket, but you got to be there every day, posting, commenting, engaging with people every single day. It shouldn't take a week for someone to get an answer to something. And I sit in some groups where there are actually cover banners from Valentine's Day. It's August, and there's cover banners from Valentine's Day. Is that the kind of group that I want to be in? Because it doesn't seem to me like the consultant is that engaged in her business. And so that your people see that. So being on top of it, showing up every day, changing out your cover banner with the season so they know, that it's summer. So it's a summer theme. So you can change it at the beginning of summer and have it go for the whole summer. But there's no reason there should be any Valentine's Day on your cover banner, right? So make sure that you show up every day in there. And again, we were talking about, in your group, the more friends you make, the more money you make. Your job in your Facebook community is to befriend people and to build those relationships to help promote your business. I do want to talk really quickly about how do you know when to post, because that's a big question that tends to come up for both business pages and customer groups. And so a good thing to know about that is it's all provided to you for free, again, from Facebook. On your Facebook business page, you can click on Insights and then click on the word Posts, and it will tell you exactly when your people who follow you are online on Facebook, like what time of day they are on. So if you are a person who schedules a post and you do it at 9 a.m. every day, but then it turns out that your Facebook community is on at 8 o'clock at night, you're missing so many people, because between 8 o'clock at night and then 9 o'clock the next morning, they've got all kinds of new stuff in their feed, right? So trying to post at the time when they say that they are, when Facebook tells you that they're available, is a great way that you can promote your business and get it out there and get it in their news feed. So we need to do everything we can with the tools that we are given. And all of that I just talked to you about, every bit of that is provided to you free on social media, free on Facebook. And also a lot of this is also applicable over on Instagram, because if you didn't know, Facebook owns Instagram. So a lot of it behaves very similarly. And it also has the insights on that as well. So now we're going to dive into generating new leads. So leads are the lifeblood of the business. And I'm going to talk to you about creating a lead funnel that will actually shake people down into, instead of just being lurkers, into actual customers, clients, and even potential team members. So let's start with the easiest way to fill the top of your funnel, and that is with good follow-up. So a lot of you have been out doing events, you've done other things, and you've got like this huge pile of leads and all these prospective customers, and you haven't done anything with them at all. I mean, so many of us are guilty of this, so many. But do you realize that out of that pool that you have there are so many possibilities of new customers? So number one, we got to get better at follow-up. And follow-up is key in this business. You can build a huge sustainable business with great follow-up. So you don't follow up because you're like, I don't want to bug them. If they need anything, they know they can call me. I don't know what to say. I don't want to seem all salesy. But here's the thing. If you don't do good follow-up, first you've wasted your time. So let's say that you went to a vendor event and you collect all these door prize slips and didn't do anything with them. What a waste of your time. What a waste of your money that you spent to be there and you didn't follow up with any of them. 81% of customers will not contact you to place a reorder. 81% of customers will not contact you to place a reorder. You want the reorder? You have to call them to talk to them, or you have to message them, or you have to remind them that it's time to reorder, because 81%, that's so huge. 81% of them will not do it for you or contact you on their own. And if you're not getting new prospects and new leads into the top of your funnel, then your business becomes very stagnant. And truthfully, you become very overwhelmed because you're constantly looking for the next new order, looking for the next new business, looking for the next new prospect, when truthfully, you're sitting on a pile of leads that you could do a lot with if you just had good follow-up. So I want you to imagine a funnel. So you know the top of the funnel is here, and then it kind of gets skinnier and skinnier and skinnier. The purpose of a marketing and follow-up funnel is to direct people in your circle into the top of the funnel. We want to have one place where we put everyone in the top of the funnel, that this is where everyone goes. And so a lot of times that could be like your customer group, your email list, your text list, whatever it is. You're choosing something that is at the top of the funnel that everyone you meet, this is the entry point in my circle or in my business. This is the entry point. This is the top of the funnel. For me, it is my Facebook group. I want everyone I meet to go into the top of my funnel of my Facebook group. That's where I want them all, because it is, for me, the greatest way to build relationships and to communicate with that community. So a good follow-up system starts funnel-wise. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to track them into the top of the funnel. Now, while they're in, let's use Facebook group as an example. You do the Facebook group for your funnel, then everybody's in there. We're attracting everybody into the top of the funnel. The next layer of the funnel is where you're nurturing them and you're building relationships with them and you're posting great quality content and you are answering questions about products with them and you are doing customer testimonials and you're having some fun in your community with them. And they're like, I really like this girl. I really like this business. I really like these products. I haven't even bought any yet and I really like them and I'm happy to be here. Okay, so that's the nurturing one. And that people can sit in the nurturing section of your Facebook group for a year or two and never order anything from you. But the next section down, so we're moving them through this funnel, the next section down is where you convert them into customers, where you actually get them. You have the company's running this special on this XYZ product and you post about it and you talk about the benefits of it. And she's like, that would be amazing for my husband. That would be amazing for my college age daughter. That'd be amazing for me. And they convert to a customer because they purchase from you. They purchase it. Again, they could have been sitting in that nurturing part of your Facebook group funnel for years before they actually buy, but then they buy. So you've moved them through the funnel. There will be plenty of people that sit in the nurturing section of your Facebook group and never buy. It's just the way it is in the business, and it may actually happen. There may be people that sit in there. I guarantee there'll be people that sit there. But you convert them into customers. And then your next section of the funnel after you convert them into customers is retaining them as customers. That is great follow-up. And from that funnel, from that marketing funnel and that lead funnel, you can move people from the retention part of it into actual business partners, people who actually decide, I love this, I love the product, I'm a super fan of the product, I'm a super fan of the company, I am ready to start my own business, just like this. Can you show me how? Because you've moved them through that funnel. And it's such an easy way to move people from the top of the funnel into actually stop being lurkers and become actual customers. And that's all inside that funnel. So again, the top of the funnel could be your Facebook group, could be your customer email list, could be your customer text list. You're going to nurture them, you're going to convert them, and then you retain them. A loyal customer in the direct sales industry as a whole orders 4 times a year and spends about $250 a year. That's a loyal customer, a super fan. Orders 4 times a year generally, and up to $250. Generally spends about $250 a year with you. So thinking about numbers, what could that look like for your business? What could that look like for your business to get a loyal customer who orders $250 a year? How many $250 a year customers do you need to hit your goal, your sales goal, or your customer goal? So good follow-up is things like, the emails and the text messages. It's sending that monthly email newsletter we were talking about. It's offering a loyalty program, like a punch card. Like if they order, $250 worth of stuff from you and they punch all the things, then they get an XYZ gift from you because they did that. Who doesn't love a punch card? Who doesn't love getting the little punches, right? So loyalty programs work great. Offering a discount on the second order. The second order is the hardest order to get. So offering some type of special deal or a gift with purchase that you give them when they do that second order. And you put an expiration date on that second order of maybe 60 days from the day that they get their order to get that second order. Because man, if you can get over that threshold of the second order, they become true clients instead of one night stand customers. You truly get over that hump when you can get them into past that second order. And And maybe you offer customer buying incentives for a particular month. Everyone who orders this month gets blah, 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 and it's something tiny, or they go into drawing for whatever your company allows. But doing those monthly buying incentives is a great way to kind of push people off the bench a little bit and say, hey, now's a great time to order. All right, so when you're talking about social media and talking about that lead generation, it's always about, again, how can you build relationships with them? What value can you offer them? And how can you make a difference to them and their families? So let's do some quick math. So grab your pen, we're gonna do some quick math. We're looking for quality versus quantity of customers, quality versus quantity. If you get 50 repeat customers who order $250 a year, that equals $12,500 in sales a year just from repeat customers, not counting any of the new clients that you're getting. This is just repeat customers. If you had 100 repeat customers who ordered $250 a year, that is $25,000 a year in recurring revenue, repeat business. So focusing on that follow-up and focusing on those repeat customers can escalate your business to new levels. And you're doing the same things with all of them. You're building relationships with them. The great thing about social media is so many of your contact points that you need to do in follow-up, so much of it can be done on social media, because they say it takes 36 follow-ups a year to retain a loyal customer. So 36 follow-ups a year, all of a sudden everybody's brains just exploded. Like, I have to talk to someone 36 times, 36 touch points. And if you have a customer group, you get a whole lot of touch points every single month just in your customer group. Then you're gonna have that email, that's a couple of touch points a month. You have your text message list, that's a touch point or two a month. You can easily get to those 36 touch points a year, that's like 3 a month, right? You can easily get to those 36 touch points a year just by doing what you're already doing or what you should be doing in your customer group, in your email list, in your text list. So 36 touch points, 50 customers, 100 customers, you're talking about great sales, amazing community, and that recurring revenue that you're looking for. So great follow-up tactics, text, emails, phone calls, your VIP group, that newsletter. Other things are online forms, having them fill out JOT forms, J-O-T forms, or Google forms for different things. Like maybe you have them fill it out. If you don't have their email addresses or phone numbers right now, you could do a JOT form or a Google form for them to fill out. And when they fill it out, you'll send them a recipe book, or you'll send them a list of the top 25, blah, blah, whatever you want. They're called lead magnets. And it's a way that you'll give them something of value that they want if they give you their email and phone number. And now you have those to add to the email list and the phone list. Of course, you'll put that disclaimer across the bottom. Another one is birthday clubs. You know, having them fill out a form for birthday club. And it just asks month and day, not year. No one's going to give you that, but month and day. And then you can run a birthday club in your group that, you know, announces on August 1st, you know, happy birthday to our birthday club members for the month of August. You know, contact me for your, you know, special birthday coupon or special birthday whatever. And that one gets great traction in groups because people love to be celebrated on their birthday. There's no better day in a person's life than their birthday, and they love the recognition of it. And the other one is a loyalty club. Like I was talking about the punch cards, great way to do some follow-up, because you can turn around and call somebody and say, you only need 2 more punches before you fill your entire card. And she'll be like, okay, let me go look, because she wants to fill her card up, right? So here's some other fun statistics that go with this. The probability of selling to a brand new person you meet is 5 to 15%. But the probability of selling to an existing customer that you already have is 60 to 70%. So new person, 5 to 15% probability of selling to them, but someone that you've already sold to, an existing customer, 60 to 70% probability of them ordering again. But again, you have to follow up and you have to ask them. They're not going to come to you and say, very few will come to you and say, I'm ready to place a reorder. You need to be assertive in that. And then finally, I want to talk about just generating some new leads in your business. So, we can always use fresh new leads. Again, I want you to focus on and pay attention to that follow-up with your current existing market, but always we're still trying to fill the top of that funnel up, right? So it's okay to lead with product. It's okay to get people into your funnel through product and through product education, or saying, hey, do you want to learn more about blah, blah, blah skincare routine? Come over here and join my customer group. It's okay to lead with product. It's easing them in from the zero entry side of the pool, where they can just walk right into the pool, instead of saying, here you go, jump off the board into the deep end. Like, no, we don't want to do that to them. So we can ease them in to the pool and ease them into your business and ease them into what Jafra does, just by bringing them in through that zero entry side with leading with product. Another great way to get new leads, this was one of my favorites from when I was in the field, is a referral reward program. A referral reward program is you saying, when you send me someone who purchases $50 worth of product, I will give you a free gift. When you send me someone who books a class or a workshop, then I will give you XYZ. When you send me someone who joins the business and does the first level of sales, whatever it might be, $1,000 or whatever, then I will give you a gift. And people will refer their friends for gifts if they know, like, and trust you. They will refer people for gifts. The referral programs totally work. You just got to keep them top of mind for people and remind them. And every time someone earns it, you post about it in your customer group, which again reminds them. Referral programs are huge for generating new leads. You can run legal contests in your Facebook group, where they invite a friend, they get a chance to win a product. So you choose one gift that you're going to give away. And when they add people or invite people into the group, you keep track of how many people they've invited. And let's say you could add 30, 40 people to your group in a week by running a contest like that. So you've got them into the top of your funnel. If your top of funnel is your Facebook group, you've got them in the funnel. And then you're going to start working on them by nurturing them and sharing valuable information that they're interested in. Another hot one right now is QR codes at vendor events and networking events and on the backs of your catalogs and stuff. QR codes are hot because during the whole last...
Okay, I hope you enjoyed this. I know that it went on for 45 minutes, but it is so packed with so many great ideas. I hope that you will start sharing Jafra and start your messenger group. I mean, I have a consultant. She's now a leader in Jafra, Irene Gilbride. She just decided to come back to Jafra. So she went into her Facebook group and she did she went to YouTube. She started investigating. She put in how to use Facebook Messenger. That was just it. And it opened up a whole world for her. She went in and she studied how to make a Facebook group and use Messenger. And she had 50 people that joined her group. These were all her friends, because when you study about Facebook Messenger, you'll see how it works. And now she's selling 1,000 to 2,000 a month to this group of people that she created. In case you want to listen to her, just go into right here, this YouTube video channel that I have, and look for the Zoom group that was done with Irene Gilbride. Okay, she'll be there in the subject matter. It's a great recording of how she did it. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this training done by Jafra at our Jafra conference. And remember, on Saturday mornings, we do great meetings. Every Saturday morning, 9 o'clock in the morning, that's Pacific time. You just join my Zoom channel. Just put in join and go to Zoom, then put in join 801-710-4483. You will see a lot of my Zoom meetings here at my channel. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this. I'm entitling it How to Do Social Media with Your Jafra Business. Take care. And again, God bless. Join me on Saturday. I'd love to have you be on my team. Vicki Hacking.